Hi, I'm Kevin Eikenberry, and I'm here to help you reach your potential as a leader and a human being. Welcome to Remarkable TV. Today we're talking about Pringles and leadership. Are you ready? Let's get started. So during the Super Bowl this year, there was a commercial for Pringles. You may have seen it. There's a link to it here on the screen where you can go take a look. But fundamentally, the commercial is about people taking multiple flavors of Pringles, putting them together, and then making a new thing. And near the end of the commercial, there's a guy in the back doing something who yells something, and one of the people in the foreground turns around and says, "No one asked you, Kevin." And that's sort of the end of the commercial. Now, I remember seeing the commercial, and I remember thinking the commercial was funny, but I didn't think anything more about it. But apparently, my team did think something more about it. There started to be conversation on our instant messaging that evening and the next morning all about it, which led to this meme GIF. Nobody asked you, Kevin. This is why they thought it was funny. You know, my name is Kevin. And so Marissa, who is behind the camera here, is the one who made the GIF, and they all thought it was quite funny. And it raised an interesting point for me. I thought it was funny too. Here's the thing. I watched the commercial. I remembered the commercial. I liked the commercial, and I didn't really remember. I may have noticed, but I didn't remember that the name of the other character was Kevin. So that's just one of the things that I wanted to mention about this. But really, I've got 4 lessons for us about Pringles, apparently, and leadership. 4 lessons for you. Let's talk about each of them real quick. Number 1, we don't see everything. You know, I don't notice everything. You as a leader don't notice everything either. There are going to be things that are going to happen we're not going to be aware of, we're not going to notice. There's certainly it's to our advantage if we open up our eyes and our ears and we become more observant. The more observant we can be, the more effective we can be as a leader. But we have to recognize we're not going to see it all. We're just not. And so don't assume that the world we've seen is 100% the accurate world. We might make bad decisions as a result of that. So lesson 2, others will notice what we don't. We don't see it all, but some other things will be seen, like the people on the team who all immediately thought it was funnier because it was Kevin who was in the back on the parachute or whatever that was. And so, you know, nobody asked you, Kevin, was especially funny to them. They noticed things I didn't notice. And so the lesson for us as leaders is be more observant, of course, but ask others what they're seeing, what they notice, what their perspective is. If we do that, we'll be in better shape. All right, number 3. Be careful in offering your opinion. Now, I would like to think that my team thought this was funny and thought it was safe to share the gift because, you know, I would take it in a good-natured way, and I hope that that's a positive thing. But here's the thing. There's a lesson there, too. You know, maybe I'm giving my opinion when it's not necessary. Be careful in offering your opinion. You may be giving it more often than you know. You may, and here's the other thing. Your opinion, because you're the boss, sort of carries more weight. And you may be thinking, well, yeah, that's awesome. I want my opinion to carry more weight. But recognize this. Sometimes you may just be sharing an idea as a member of the team, but it's hard for you to only be a member of the team. So your opinion carries extra weight whether you want it to or not. Be careful in offering your opinion. If your team is saying to you under their breath, "Nobody asked you, boss," then maybe you're offering your opinion a little too frequently. And the last lesson, maybe the most important one of all, is let them do it. See, if we don't offer our opinion, then we give them the chance to try. We give them a chance to figure it out. We give them a chance to learn. We give them a chance to grow. And if we do those things, and when we offer our opinion, we may be stunting all of those things. Let them do it. It was a simple commercial in the Super Bowl. It cost them $5 million to show it, and who knows how much to create it. And we have co-opted it for some lessons in leadership, and I hope that you've enjoyed them. Let me close with today's tweet. Your team doesn't always want or need your opinion. Let them come to their own conclusions. You will create learning and ownership. There's a new episode here every week, but there's also a new episode, actually 2 episodes, of our podcast, the Remarkable Leadership Podcast, every week. One is an interview with an expert, a conversation with a guest who shares insights into leadership and personal development. And we also take a past episode of Remarkable TV and turn that into a short podcast episode every Friday too. If you're interested in more ways, or if you don't always have time to watch but would rather listen, you can join us and subscribe for our podcast, the Remarkable Leadership Podcast, on the links here on this page. Until then, I'll be back next week. I hope you will be too.